Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, Web Snapper here, bringing you a super special video, this time brought to you by Temu. They provided some awesome products for me to show off to you guys, things that I use for my displays, and I think you will help you guys as well. So I'm looking forward to showing off what I'm using for my displays and how these tools can help enhance not just your collection, but your displays and help them, if you like the way mine look, help you achieve that as well. With relative ease, which we'll get into in the video. So let's get into it. So we're going to go ahead and start the video with the unboxing of what all is in this package. And I just need to let you guys know that Temu does offer free shipping on shipped items from Temu and free returns for up to 90 days with the delivery guarantee. So if you don't like your item or it comes damaged or whatever, you can send it back and get a refund. And that is up to 90 days. And this is also really interesting too. There's a price protection policy. So if you order something and the price drops within 30 days, you can request a partial refund. So stay up to date on the prices and what's going on the Temu app, because there's lots of great things out there. And you are going to be paying a lower price for the product, which is, in this economy and how expensive things are, just really important to have a good place to find great items at affordable price. If you're looking to get any of these items, make sure you download the Temu app, link in the description box. You can also use my code. So if you're going to shop from them and you want even more of a reduced price or any other perks, make sure you use the code here, and it'll help you get more for your buck. So most of this stuff in this box are tools that I've found and selected to help you guys make better displays. I think that this video could be very beneficial. And again, I get lots of questions like this in my comment section, and I think that hopefully this video helps answers a lot of questions and gives you guys a place and a way to go about enhancing your displays. It's really easy to just show the figures, but really, I don't see a lot of people talking about the smaller things, right? The less shiny items, and these are those very things that go unnoticed a lot of times. And so just wanted to highlight this stuff. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and I really hope you guys find this video beneficial. Again, all the links in the description box. So if you guys are looking to add these to your displays, just click the link in the description. The first item that we're going to look at today is the 3-tier acrylic display stand. And so these are the transparent ones, and these are probably my favorite piece from the haul. So you can get either a half set, or you can get 2 of these, which would create a full 360. And so these are really nice clear pieces of acrylic, and they have nice clear translucent rods that go down, and you screw them in. Obviously the tallest go with you have to assemble this yourself, by the way. So you have to, the tall goes with the smallest, and then it kind of medium and there. And I believe they do come with the tools and the screws and such. So everything comes as what you would need. And so the price for this was $16.99 for, I believe it's 2. Now I know there's like a lot of holiday sales going on, so the prices may vary, but so if you do the 1 piece with the 3-layer, it's $16.99, and if it's the 2-pack with the 3-layer, it's $22.44. And so I'm going to show you how these look with figures on them, so you can see. I think that for what this does, it's an amazing price. It's a great display tool, and really, I can't recommend them enough, especially if you like the way that I display my figures. These really do act as a skeleton for when you go to create a new display. And one thing that I am curious to see, which I'll experiment with maybe later and update you guys, is if I can take the rods off and change how high each tier is. So if I want to do, have the smallest be up front here and then get wider and wider as it goes up and back, I want to know if that's a possible. So anyway, this is really great, and I'll show you guys what this looks like with figures on it. So here we have the rounded 3-tiered acrylic display riser in use. I think this looks so sick. I always have such a hard time displaying my villains, Masters of Evil. So those are the two groups of figures that I wanted to test these piece of equipment out. And this came together super quick, probably 10 minutes. And usually I spend hours trying to put together a display like this. But because I had the general shape and outline, I was able to kind of just place the figures around the rings, and it worked really well. And I can fit my coat hanger stands on them, so they work well with that. They're very sturdy, of course, and they got a great shape that I really like. I love how everybody looks like they're just spreading out, and I love the tiered level of like Display My Marvel Legends, which this looks like most of my other displays. I just didn't really have access to tools like this, and so yeah, I just want you guys to see the aesthetic of, here's a more basic, I just lined them up in case you didn't want to have them flying. I wanted to give another perspective of what you can do, and it looks just as good. So if you're not a dynamic poser, you can still have a ton of figures in a tight area, but they're not all in rows. So you could still, see each figure and let them shine. So it works for both dynamic posers and for the more museum posing collectors. Here we have the second acrylic display stand. And this is, again, 3-tier, only this time it's triangular shaped, and they are fastened together. So you can't customize this configuration. Again, 3 layers, smallest, and then the medium, and then the large at the bottom. You will assemble it yourself. One note to just say, you'll know which ones go on the bottom because they don't have the other screws right? So you'll know what's resting on the ground. That was the only kind of issue that I had. I had to screw and unscrew, but everything goes together very nice. The material, again, is very sturdy, very durable. I don't ever feel like I'm gonna break it, and it's very transparent. And you'll see this when I put the figures on, that you cannot see this with figures on it, especially if you have your displays on shelves up higher, less at eye level, and you kind of know how to pack them in and use the dynamic posing. It's really hard to see. Now this one, as of the recording of this video, it is $10.38 for the triangle shape. And so again, on Temu, $10.83 for one. But there is a big sale happening right now. So yeah, I definitely recommend you get on these as soon as possible, because they are great tools. And again, just give you another look here. They're very durable, but this one just isn't as configurable because, there's only one way this can come due to the way it's screwed together. So yeah, we'll go and see how this looks with figures on it. Once again, thoroughly impressed with how this came out. I struggle with a group like this very often, and it's just why you don't really see these displays in videos, because I just have such a hard time creatively starting it and rounding it out with the characters. And this, these acrylic risers really gave me a great head start in putting this together, and it came out really well. This was, again, very quick because I want to get this video out. I want you guys to see this stuff and use it for yourselves. So I'll be using these, but I'll be taking a lot more time to really round out this display and make it look really good. Again, this isn't a permanent place. I just wanted to show off the product because it works really, really well. This has probably been one of my easily the favorite display I've made with these groups of characters, and it was made possible through these acrylic stands. So another item that the Temu team provided would be the acrylic risers. I used to use styrofoam blocks, but these are great as they're clear, they're transparent, you can see through them, and you can have space to put other stands up, underneath, and I find them to be a cornerstone for any collector who has dynamic displays. The material is really nice. I did have issues scraping off some of the plastic. I think on this one I had to use the scissors a little bit and kind of rub it off, which I know some people are going to be a little bit more upset about that. But this material is really sturdy and really nice. None of these plastic acrylic items feel cheap at all. This feels really like collector grade, which is why I'm letting you all know that these aren't this isn't some cheap item here. These are definitely very recommended for collectors. Again, these are acrylic display risers, and you can get them. They're very affordable, collector friendly. I know the 10-pack is $15.01, but if you just need a the here is the 4-piece. I have the other one in use, which I will show you guys how I'm using it. But the 4-pack is also just $15.41 too. So there's lots of deals going on right now. Make sure you guys check it out quick if you're going to get them. Remember, they do have the film on them, so you'll have to peel that off. During the hastily stacked stands, I don't think anyone could tell, especially from this angle, unless you're really looking hard for it, that they're floating. And that's because of how amazing this clear display riser is. And that's, it really is big enough so that you can sit 2 of these Mezco stands. Now, if you had just regular small clear stands, it would work nice. But they're holding up Mezco figures, which I feel are significantly more heavier than just a normal other figure. So they're very sturdy, and they blend in really nice with Detolf cases, which I know a lot of other collectors use. So these kind of go hand in hand. So hopefully you're getting the sense here that these products will enhance your display and make it easier too, because it sets a great foundation for how to enhance your display. One of the most highly recommended items that I also purchased, or was what I selected, would be the wall hanging ceiling strips. So these I use similar like items normally, but these were much more at a more affordable price, and they're very strong. I was hanging up pictures a ton, and I'll show you some of the pictures that I hung up with that used heavier frames. But yeah, these, I can use these. You can put them on the back of your figure stands for any wall mounting project. So one of them has got the soft side, one of them's got the more rough, and you put them together. Incredibly strong. I was very surprised and really pleasantly surprised at how strong and adhesive not only was the sticker, but the Velcro itself was very strong. So I'll go and just give a quick demonstration of how these are working and holding up. So as of recording this video, nothing's fallen over yet, but I've only had them up and working for just a day. So we'll see, but as I put them up and handled it, I would say they're definitely worth it. So definitely you're gonna wanna pick these up. So here's the heavier picture that I hung up using the command strips, and this is a heftier frame than the usual. It's not plastic, there's metal in there, and that's hard glass, and the point of me knocking around on this is to show that it's not falling off, it's not tacky, or the adhesive material is holding up. I'm being pretty rough with it. Still has not fallen down at the time of the recording. Now, I did just get these items, so I don't know if there's going to be a duration to how long or anything like that, but I'm being really firm and messing with this, and I'm not worried about it falling down. Not only has great display items, but also very nice artwork as well. And of course, Jim Lee Batman artwork is just one of the many types of little mini posters that they have. This is a nice sturdy tin. I have one of their wall hanging strips attached to the back, which I'll use to hang up on the wall. But again, beautiful, beautiful artwork. The colors are vibrant. The quality of the material is nice. It's crisp images. I'm gonna definitely be getting more, especially because they're so affordable. I believe this was only like $5 to $7. Again, the prices are varying right now just because of the sale, but very affordable options, and they look great. So if I wanted to put it up here with some of my Batman stuff, I could hang it up on the wall, which I will with the command strip. But again, the artwork and selection that they have is awesome as well. So definitely recommend checking out some of their posters, because like I just some of the iconic artwork that comic book community fans really like. Also was sent over some of their figures, and these are 3D printed. So this is kind of going to be more for just people who enjoy action figure posing. These are great pocket figures, or people who want to practice posing with with more articulation. This is a great way to go. They're pretty sturdy, honestly, and they're obviously very much 3D printed. Initially, I thought maybe this could work for a Doombot with this head sculpt, but that's not the case. But the articulation on these is pretty nuts for just, someone designed this, right? Someone that's not in the toy industry made this. And so you got just crazy amounts of articulation. And here's the accessories that came with both. One of them came with this like 3D printed cloak. Now, these aren't any specific to any brand, anything like that, but I'll just run through the articulation here so you can just see the, and they're both the same with regards to articulation. This one is loose. That could be a problem. You know, I only have two. I don't plan on collecting them, but it's just a little loose there. Same with the swivel on this bicep. It is a little loose. So just want to be transparent about that. But the articulation is insane. If you want to practice and have pocket figures, these are small. They're not in 6-inch, but they're probably about like 5 inches. So we'll go ahead and look at the articulation now. It's like a ball joint head here, which on each end, you get the ball joint. So there's that. Ball shoulders, swivel bicep, double elbow, which is great. Ball joint wrist, but it's odd because the hands do pop off if you're not careful. But this figure holds better than a Revoltech in some cases. So when I say the hand falls off, that is a very small issue compared with this. You got the ball joint, I want to say like chest and lower torso, so lots of crunch. Ball joint hips, go forward and backwards pretty far. The forward's crazy, look at that. That's more than some Spider-Man figures, right? And they come with some pretty sick accessories. I mean, that's pretty neat, right? They got the little gem in there too. And then of course you have ball ankles, which allows for the ankle pivot, and double jointed knees. So it'd be cool if they did a Spider-Man one, because this figure's crazy articulated. Like, they could do a lot. But look closely here. I don't know what they are supposed to be, truth be told. I was trying to find a way to fit them into my collection. I just don't know. So you can see how it kind of can pop off like that if you're not being super gentle, which when I pose figures, oops, I can be a little tough, but there's nothing to be, it's fixable, right? You just pop it back in the socket. It's not like it's broken. So, and they come with tons of hands, tons of accessories. The weapons are really, really neat though. I mean, so they're great if you're just trying to carry a figure around that's fun to pose. I mean, they're fun to pose because there's so much articulation. Better than some of the other brands that we're familiar with today. It's basically probably import level articulation, but they're blocky and very stylized. They could be like test dummies. I was hoping to kind of figure out a way to make it a minion of a sort because they're cheap and you could army build these really quick and easy, but not sure. If you guys know, let me know in the comments what army builder this could work for. But yeah, they're fun to pose because they're so articulated, and again, they don't fall apart. As you can see, I've been trying to dynamically pose these things and push them, and so you can see, you know, I'm not really having any issues with parts falling apart. So, or things falling off like you'd see with like a Revoltech, maybe with a bootleg Revoltech or something like that. So decent quality, you know. Again, it is 3D printed, so you're getting what you're paying for. They're not super expensive, but they're not crappy. So nice to have if you're just looking for something to have at the office or yeah, any other place. I mean, not bad. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys a quick look at that. They're pretty neat. But let me know what you guys think. I was trying to figure out how they'd fit into my collection. Couldn't quite think of it. Because it'd be nice to army build something that's relatively cheap, but just don't know how it would fit in. Let me know in the comments below. The item I got from Temu that I wanted to show off was this storage container. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have tons of accessories, tons of hands, tons of heads, tons of weapons. And I want to, one of my New Year's resolutions was to organize my collection in a nice and meaningful way. And I think these are going to be the tool that'll help me get there. So I'll show you how I'm gonna go about doing it and see if you guys like it. So let's say this case is gonna be for hands, and it can be different colored hands. You can assort them in any way, but The nice thing is you have different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 slots in one thing. You can label the bins so you, either way, here or here, and that's how I'm gonna use them, and I'll fill them up, and hopefully I'll be able to empty this so it's not just mindlessly scrumming through these, and we'll put them into here. So hopefully this works out nice. I'll check back in with you guys once I've done it. Just organize them all to the best of this ability. I'll show you how I did it, how I broke down the hands, and they really do store a lot. So one of the first categories I did was just like Iron Man hands, and then you can stack them in like that. Then I did kind of like skin color, flesh tone hands, and what's really nice, while you do have to dig through these still, at least you know where they're at based on the hand you're looking for, based on my other method, which was just dig around in here and see what I could find, and everything's kind of scattered. So this keeps things way more organized. I'll definitely need more of these. Then we did like dark colored hands. I don't have a lot of female hands, so I just put all the female hands in there. Whites and silvers. And kind of like cool colors, the blues and purples. So those fit nice in there, like so, with the latch. Boom. Definitely gonna need more of these because I still have some left, but nonetheless, it's still a great new method of storing accessories, and looking forward to seeing how I continue to organize my collection. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna wrap this video up. Thank you for watching. Again, I just wanna remind you that you can download the Temu app and then click the link in the description box, and you'll actually be redirected to the Temu app, and then you'll get a $100 coupon bundle. And then once you download the Temu app, you can use the search code that's appearing on the screen, and you can get one of the recommended items at $1. So make sure you go through that, use the code, and you'll get any of these recommended items for $1. And then you can explore all the available discounts and find the QR code with the discounts, again, in the description box. So take advantage of this stuff, guys. It'll help your collection. I hope it does. And let me know if you end up getting them. And I hope to hear from you, and hope you guys have a good experience like I did. We got a lot more content coming soon. Excited to show you guys the new place and the new setups. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. Make sure the post notifications are turned on, because you don't want to miss what I got to show you next. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.